Student visa cancelled at the airport? The shocking truth they won't tell you. Picture this. You've packed your bags, got your passport, your student visa is showing as granted, and you're ready to fly back to the land down under. You even bought a new hoodie that says, Aussie, 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 oi oi. Life is good. You step off the plane, stroll confidently toward the immigration desk like you're returning home from a world tour. And then, bam. That lovely officer with a very serious face asks you to step aside. Next thing you know, you're sitting in a tiny white room, under fluorescent lights that flicker like a horror movie, while your student visa is being reviewed like it's a suspicious love letter. Yes, my friend. This is how many students are now getting their visas cancelled right at the airport. No court date. No warning. Just, good day mate, your visa is gone. Let's talk about why this is happening, how it's happening, and how not to become the next episode of Border Security Australia. First, let's bust a myth. A granted student visa does not mean you're safe. It's not a golden ticket like in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. That visa is more like a subscription. If you stop using it or don't follow the terms, it expires. Or worse, gets cancelled. Now, one of the top reasons why students are getting stopped at the airport is because they're not actively enrolled in a course. Yes, you may have had a valid visa. Yes, your confirmation of enrollment was active when you applied. But if you deferred, dropped out, or your university cancelled your enrollment, and you didn't fix it, you're technically not meeting visa conditions. Immigration officers now check everything before you even reach the customs counter. They can access your course status, your university reports, even how many classes you attended. It's not 2005 anymore. Australia's border tech is now so advanced, it might know when you skipped that 9 a.m. lecture on Introduction to Australian Slang. Now imagine this. You changed your course from a master's to a diploma to save money. Totally understandable. Rent is high, groceries cost more than a gym membership. And who wants to read 10,000 words on global sustainability in a post-colonial framework, anyway? But here's the catch. Changing from a higher-level course to a lower one, without informing immigration and without a new COE, is a big red flag. It makes immigration think you're not here to study anymore. You're just chilling on a student visa like it's a discount holiday visa. And guess what? That's a visa condition breach. Now let's throw in another spicy ingredient: immigration checks. Australia is now doing detailed immigration profiling. That means before you even land, your details are cross-checked with databases. Ever seen a cop movie where someone's name flashes red on the screen when they scan their ID? Yeah, that's what it feels like. Your academic progress, visa history, even your tuition payment records are part of that check. And if you've got gaps in your study history or too many course changes, or your uni is on the naughty list, meaning it's under investigation or has a high rate of visa breaches, you're at risk. Yes, you heard that right. Some universities and colleges are now under the radar. If your institution has had too many students with poor attendance, course cancellations, or strange transfers, immigration becomes suspicious of all students from that provider. In fact, let me tell you about Raj. Not his real name, but a real case. Raj went home to India for a wedding. He had just switched from a master's to a certificate in business management. His previous uni had deactivated his COE, but he thought he was safe because his visa still showed as active. He returned to Australia, expecting to breeze through immigration. Instead, he was detained at the airport, questioned for 3 hours, and had his visa cancelled under Section 116 of the Migration Act. His crime? Downgrading his course without proper paperwork, and not being enrolled at the time of re-entry. Now meet Maria from Brazil. She had deferred her semester due to health issues. She emailed her uni, assumed everything was fine. But during her deferral, the university mistakenly reported her as non-enrolled. No one informed her. Immigration found out before she did. When she landed, she was detained. Her visa was cancelled and she was sent back on the same plane she arrived on, without even getting to taste Vegemite again. Here's the scary part. Once your visa is cancelled at the airport, you're done. You can't just reapply from inside the country. You'll be banned from entering for a period, and depending on the reason, it might trigger a 3-year exclusion period under the no further stay conditions. Basically, Australia says, thanks but no thanks. Now let's talk about that interrogation room at the airport. You know, the one that looks like it was designed by someone who hates joy. Inside, an immigration officer will go through your paperwork like a detective. They'll ask you about your course. your uni, your attendance, your reasons for deferring, your financials. They'll check your phone, your emails, sometimes even your bank app to see if you've been paying tuition. It's like a surprise oral exam, but failing this one means deportation. Sometimes they'll even accuse you of being a non-genuine temporary entrant, which is code for, we don't think you're here to study. If that happens, good luck trying to explain your passion for advanced leadership strategies while your Spotify playlist shows you've been chilling on the beach in Bali for the past 2 months. Let's not forget the rise in recent cases. Ever since 2023, there's been a sharp increase in student visa misuse, and the government cracked down hard. Suddenly, every course change, every enrollment gap, every academic hiccup became suspicious. It's like they've turned airports into mini courtrooms and you're guilty until proven innocent. But don't panic just yet. Let's talk about what you can do to avoid all this drama and still enjoy your Tim Tams in peace. First, stay enrolled. Even if you defer, make sure your COE stays active and your uni has officially recorded your status correctly. Second, don't downgrade your course without getting a new visa approval or proper advice from a registered migration agent. Changing from a master's to a certificate can trigger cancellation if not handled properly. Third, monitor your emails. Universities often send warnings and notifications about enrollment status. If you ignore them, you're basically ghosting the system, and the system doesn't take rejection well. Fourth, travel with documents. Always carry your COE, enrollment confirmation, fee payment receipts, and any deferral approvals when returning to Australia. If you've got nothing to hide, make it easy for them to see that. Fifth, stay away from dodgy education providers. If your school sounds like a scam, looks like a scam, and has more cricket teams than classrooms, it probably is a scam. Now let's sprinkle in a bit of Aussie humor. Picture this: an immigration officer holding your student visa and saying, "Crikey mate, this thing's more inactive than my ex's gym membership." Not funny at the time, but you'll laugh about it eventually, probably while telling your story to a YouTuber from the departure lounge. Let's be real. No one wants to be that person on a TikTok video titled, "Caught at Aussie Airport, Visa Cancelled in Minutes." So be smart, follow the rules, and treat your student visa like a relationship. Communicate, commit, and don't cheat on it by ignoring the terms. At the end of the day, Australia welcomes genuine students. They want you here learning, growing, spending thousands on coffee. But they also want to keep the system clean. So don't take shortcuts, don't rely on "my friend told me." And please, for the love of meat pies, double-check your visa conditions before flying back. Now that we've scared you enough and made you laugh at least once, maybe let's wrap it up. You're not just a number. You're an international student investing time, energy, and serious cash to be here. Respect the process, stay informed, and treat your student visa like it matters, because it really, really does. And hey, if you ever do get stopped at the airport, keep calm, don't argue, and remember, your phone might be recording the next viral moment on Australian Border Force. Let's just hope it ends in a happy twist.